For us, it's really the workhorse of getting the design resolved and issues worked out before we go much further in the process. So, a customer will come in, they'll start with essentially hand sketches with our architect. They'll work through design concepts. Once we've locked those down, we'll then start building the model in 3D. And then we'll get the customer in there as early as we possibly can as part of the design process. So I think we use it a little bit differently. I think a lot of people use it as showcasing a finished product. For us, it's all about the design process and helping that design process go forward. For us, it's really the workhorse of getting the design resolved and issues worked out before we go much further in the process. The ability for a customer to walk around their house in their own time, show friends and family, get their feedback, consolidate their thinking, being able to visualise that thinking, go in there and sort of work out what spaces look like and how big they are. We've got a full walkthrough guide, so we get customers to walk around the block and check that where the gas meter is, for example, that's in the right spot. Are you happy with where the water tanks are? Go inside, look at the windows, are they the right size? We had one guy who actually sat in his bathtub and sort of worked out what he could see at his window, wanted the window changed so he'd get a better view out of the bathtub. You get that level of detail in the VR which you just can't get on a 2D plan.
From the hand sketches, we sent everything over to them. They've downloaded all the Enviz apps and things. We're able to go through their model of their home that we're building on the Northern Beaches for them. And for them, they actually made a wholesale change to the plans really early on, which is exactly what we want. They, walking through, realised that they'd put a separate living area in, and it was taking away from the space of their big open plan section at the rear, and it ended up being that both spaces were cramped. On the hand sketches and the 2D version of the plans, it wasn't apparent, and they thought it looked fine. We went ahead and modelled it. As soon as they jumped into the model, they knew straight away that it just wasn't going to suit them. So we actually made that change, pulled that separate room out, slightly rejigged that ground floor section there. Using Space AI, we're able to do that internally pretty seamlessly. And as a result of that, we're able to upload the model for them very quickly, good turnaround, and they're able to tick it off and approve it. That change would have happened, but it could have happened in 3, 4, 5 months down the track, and it would have had big time implications and likely big cost implications for both us and the client. So from that side of things, it's had benefits to our business from efficiency, cost, but also big benefits to the client, because at the end of the day, time is money for us and the client. So being able to have those updates done quickly, being able to identify challenges early has really benefited us and the clients.